What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, do you want to see what happens to someone when clout chasing is their entire life and they decide to do it in another country? Yeah, this is about Johnny Somali. I've been following this thing for like I don't know how long, but it's such great content to just laugh at. And now he's in Korea being fucked over. So let's watch out. Watch.
This IRL streamer might go down as the dumbest influencer ever create content for the internet because he truly thinks nothing will ever happen to him, even though he's already pleaded guilty to multiple charges in his ongoing Korean criminal case. And still, he's out on the street racking up more and more felonies daily.
Yeah, he keeps live streaming like he doesn't know when to stop. It's like an addiction.
While all of this is going on. And I've been covering influencers doing stupid stuff for over a decade now, and I've never seen someone continue to commit felonies in a foreign country while having an ongoing criminal trial. It's like,
I'm telling you, cloud chasing is the disease for this. He is addicted to the attention. I'm surprised they haven't banned it
he
yet.
wants to be stuck there forever. And clearly this has taken a massive toll on him and his only friend who's financially supporting him, as his family seems to have started to cut him off from family funds. So I guess instead of reeling...
Wait, why are your friends supporting you? If you're a streamer, shouldn't your channel be supporting you? Isn't that the reason you're streaming?
things in and trying to behave, he wants to find out exactly how much time South Korea can possibly give him. I think his confidence is still high because, you know, when he went to Japan, they let him go with only 3 months of jail time. But the big difference here, though, is in Japan, he was thrown in jail and therefore he stopped committing felonies while he was in jail.
Oh yeah,
now
true,
in South
true. I just remembered that. I think they want him to do more, so just let him out. So that because he's live streaming everything, so they have all the evidence they need. Maybe that's why they threw that other guy in the prison immediately, Vitali, in Philippines.
Korea, they have a different approach where they travel ban him and let him provide for himself rather than the South Korean taxpayer. This seems to have kind of driven the guy crazy because now he's basically broke, banned on every streaming platform. So because of that, he has no real way of making any decent money. We found out that he wasn't being paid on party, meaning he did this whole shirtless dancing stunt and then got arrested for zero upside. Not only
party. Is that the new thing he's streaming? See, I told you, he's addicted. He's addicted because he's still not getting money. He's not getting money, and he's still doing outrageous shit for attention. Also, why are people following him? Granted, it's probably just teenagers enjoying themselves, like laughing at how dumb he is.
Is the dumbest influencer, but also the most pathetic. But what he seemingly doesn't realize is the more felonies he documents himself doing, the more charges he'll inevitably get. And the longer his criminal trial will take, or trials, because
honk to Thailand.
There could easily be multiple trials here, meaning he will continue to be stuck in Korea. So instead of switching things up and actually behaving to get a lighter sentence, he starts threatening the Korean government and another YouTuber. Then he gets detained again by the police for doing some stunt in the park, and then to top everything off, for a small donation, he goes back out to taunt people the same day he was already detained, and 20 minutes later, the police were back on him. So we have...
How small is the donation? I bet it was like $5. Because he seems to do anything.
Quite a few things to talk about today, so let's start off with the strategical pivot at the Johnny Somali HQ.
If Korea does not let me out of Korea, I'm telling you right now, it is a danger to the Korean women. I have had so much with
Is he again, he's live streaming this, guys. He's on live. We have proof.
Korean women while I've been locked here. I don't wear any when I these Korean women. I don't get any STD tests when I these Korean women. I don't get any STD tests when I these Korean women. And I make sure to spread whatever I have to all of these Korean.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? What is wrong with you, man? What the fuck? Like really, he's probably lying, by the way. He don't seem like he gets pussy. Like he's too annoying to get put, like, unless he's buying it, then I don't see him getting any.
And the police can't stop me. The government can't stop me.
And he streams his entire life. When do you have time to even do that?
does he think that will help him? That is a crazy thing to say when you're in
Exactly.
a criminal
I think
trial.
that's a
Now, I
crime,
would be
too.
worried for the Korean citizens if he could pull anything else but his roommate, Hank. I don't know why, but it's always the dudes who get zero play who brag about getting so much play.
Yeah.
And again, he is his own star witness to that as well, because he admitted he doesn't get anything there. I mean, the guy is even denied from the places where you pay for it.
I haven't had pussy since fucking, September.
Okay, do you guys want to know what happened when I went to the red light district with Hank? I'll tell y'all the story. The other day we went to the red light district, and the reason I didn't stream it is because every single we met in the red light district was like, no black, no black, no black.
So it's
Wow, that's kind of racist. Granted, it's Korea, Japan, that other one that I don't. China. There you go.
It's just more empty words from this guy. But the judge and prosecution doesn't know that, especially after he doubled down.
But when I go to Japan in 2029, I'm going to pull a Harrison. I kind of like what Harrison is doing. I like how Harrison is doing the super spreader stuff. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say it right here to the camera. I'm not scared.
Who's Harrison? Also, you really think you're going back to Japan? I don't see him ever touching Japan again. They probably turned him back at the same time. Or maybe
If
he's
I ever
banned up by
caught HIV, I would become
It's so uncomfortable.
a super spreader.
To like look at this nigga. It's just be like, cause I have to look at the camera.
I'll say it right now.
Not camera. The thing to
I don't
watch.
care.
And he's just staring at the
If
camera.
I ever caught HIV,
So weird.
I'm going to become a super spreader.
Cause like his head is like that. shape
Dude's
or
entire
something.
existence is just being a net loss to society. It's safe to say he's going to be the most fascinating test to the South Korean legal system, because his entire strategy here is to disrespect South Korea as much as possible for some attention on his stream. Dude is essentially trading his freedom and life to
For
be
like
this
$5.
edgy middle school class clown. Now,
Imagine what
I'm
he'll do
hoping
for a
this is
Klondike
just
bar.
empty words like everything else he says, but just like in all the other videos covering the guy, he will inevitably make things worse for himself as he decided to threaten to give the YouTube creator Legal Mindset HIV.
Legal mindset. I don't need to fight that. I'll walk past it, inject them with some HIV blood with a fucking needle. Legal mindset.
See, that's a very specific threat against a very specific person. That's actually gets me. So that is what you would call, and that's a threat. And that's what you call a pinprick attack, which is, you can Google it. There's actually Wikipedia pages about it. There's stuff like that about it. That is very much criminal.
Of course it
to
is.
threaten, to talk about.
Giving anybody HIV is illegal, except that like in South Park, it didn't go to prison for some reason. They should have thrown Eric in prison for giving Kyle AIDS. But anyway, why would you check them out with HIV, bro? What the fuck? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
And in many countries, there's actually specific statutes that relate to that legally.
I mean, the fact that he even goes out and says that shows
So-
how much of a lowlife this guy is.
Fucking
But
nuts.
on top of that, Legal Mindset goes into detail on what these threats to the Korean public could mean for Johnny.
But in Korea, if you actually went over and threatened people with HIV, you could be guilty of any of these things: injury, attempted injury, serious injury, special threat, attempted crime, murder. Also, Korea has a special statute, a special law called the Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome, that's AIDS, Prevention Act. Article 19, prohibition on conduct risking transmission. What does that carry?
So that's 7. He
I
could
know
be
you all
charged
want to
with
know,
7 things.
and that is 10 years in jail. So 10
Like, that's
years,
20.
10 years
Another 10.
under that statute for any conduct that would involve that. So that would be stacking on top of his already full stack of issues.
The bro is just trying to, like, he realized he's gonna get 20 years. It's like, okay, I need to make sure I can stay here as long as possible. So he got another 10, and he's gonna probably continue until, like, he knows he's gonna be there indefinitely. Well, that's it, man. That's it.
10 years in potential years in prison. That's a maximum penalty there.
So naturally, Johnny panics and starts backtracking,
Oh.
saying that was all hypothetical and in Minecraft or whatever. But dude, that's not going to cover you legally. And he's realized how bad things are for him, hence why his new plan is to eventually flee South Korea, apparently.
Going?
Oh, he's gonna run. Good job. That's the only thing you need to do. Just run. Don't get away though. I want you to run and then get caught so they keep you even longer. Damn, that's gonna be so great. You feel like he have the capacity to even think of an escape plan? Like, I feel like he's just gonna like fuck off. I hope Hank doesn't get. I don't even fuck about Hank.
To Incheon, I'm renting a boat or an inflatable raft, and I'm gonna stream.
Why the fuck are you telling everybody? How are you going to escape? Are you dumb? Like, oh my god, I was thinking he doesn't have the capacity to think of a plan, but he thought of a plan and then decided, I'm gonna go talk about the plan.
Sailing to international waters. As soon as I hit international water,
He sound drunk.
you can't touch me.
Yeah. he
That sounds like a
drunk.
great way to drown. So what's the plan here? Is he just trying to sail to Japan, where he's also banned? Because if he was going from Busan, his options are Japan or I guess North Korea if he goes all the way up the coastline. But there's a whole bunch of Korean islands on the way to Japan. So there's no way he's gonna make it to international waters. He'll just get arrested again. Yeah, and that would be cool, Arling, except he didn't say Busan, he said Incheon, which is even worse for him, because then he only has North Korea and China and a whole bunch of Korean islands
Hey, sorry, what? If you're gonna rent a boat here, like, yeah, he's retarded. It's fine.
outside of Incheon. Great. Let's continue the video. But a lot of people have also been asking how his family are reacting to his antics. And he's actually addressed this before he was detained in Korea. So I can only imagine how they feel after all of this now.
You guys are my family. I'm not gonna lie. Like I told you guys, my family disowned me.
Oh.
My dad, the other day, I was like, do I really cause you that much stress? And my dad told me, you caused the whole world stress.
Facts.
I'm ashamed to be your father. I was like, what, Dad, really?
If
I had a son and he turned out like Ramsey, like John, I would be proud. This is a
John Ramsey? Is that who he means? Who's Ramsey?
world enigma.
The only thing that makes Johnny an enigma is how stupid he acts.
Yes.
It's actually baffling. I've never seen a human being slowly self-sabotage and destroy his own life over the span of a few years
He's just addicted to the high. He's addicted to the high.
for a handful of live stream viewers. At least not to this degree. This is just breaking records for being an absolute lowlife.
Why would you not be proud of this?
Why did
Why would you not be proud of this?
they don't even matter.
The only thing I'm really tripping over is because my dad told me he does not want me to have kids. He
Nice.
literally said, do not reproduce. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back to crashing out. Y'all don't like me anyway. I'll make a new family.
Yo, you think he's having a manic episode for the last 3 years? That's why he keeps doing. He's mentally ill.
You
How
can't
did I
choose your
not
family,
see
guys,
this?
but you can make a new one.
This guy picked a parasocial relationship with some viewers who hate him and want to see him either arrested or worse over his own family. The judgment on this one is phenomenal. But clearly, when people poke him about this, it really strikes a nerve.
My father told me not to have kids. Yes, he said that. But for you to take that and make that a joke is not a f***ing game.
What do you mean? That's the best joke right there.
It's not fucking funny. Yes, my father said, do not have kids.
It is funny.
He did say that. I'm gonna be honest. He did say that. I don't care.
Yeah, that reaction says otherwise, but will he take this as a wake-up call? Absolutely not, as he was just detained in Korea multiple times in one single live stream.
What's your name?
How we still live streaming?
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Oh, it's
Ah,
Hank.
hell no.
I was wondering who that was.
What's your name? No, I can film you. You in public. What? Back up.
You have to go for the translator. No, wait, they're talking to Hank. It makes sense.
We in the park. Ah, here it come. Here it come. It's crazy. You guys see? Police state. This is a police state. Don't listen to these police.
Don't speak, don't speak.
Don't speak. Oh shit! Shut up.
These dudes are for some reason still acting like they're in America. Meanwhile, Hank was deported from the US. He can't even be here legally.
Oh, okay, sorry. He said that. I was like, wait, Hank came from the U.S.? No one said he was deported. What did Hank do?
And Johnny can't legally engage in any political protests in South Korea, and that's exactly what he's doing here with his buddy Hank, waving around some CCP flag and stomping on other flags for attention online. But Hank ends up actually getting fined for this. And all of this went down in a 9-hour-long live stream. But throughout the stream, it becomes more and more noticeable that Hank is upset with this fine. And this is the first time that he's received legal repercussions for hanging out with Johnny. And let's be real, the only reason they're out doing this was to entertain Johnny's viewers. But Johnny, he was gonna make it up to him with a couples massage, but not before they do a desktop stream first. And here, he announces when he's finished with the Johnny Somali shtick, he'll be a doctor.
I think I'm gonna go to medical school after this Johnny Somali arc is over.
I mean, on the bright side, at least you would be doing something positive for society. But
100%.
good luck to anyone that has to be this guy's patient. To be honest, though, I don't.
Teacher. I feel like maybe he learns medicine in prison. Yeah. And he can become a prison doctor or some shit.
I don't think he's being serious at all, because he immediately starts talking about the future of his live streaming career. He also apparently view-botted the stream as he was celebrating having 8,000 live concurrent viewers. But the only issue with that is his VOD only has 15,000 total views days after the stream. If those 8,000 viewers were concurrent viewers and they were actually real, you would have like anywhere from like 150,000 to maybe 500,000 views on that VOD. So there's basically a 0% chance that these views were legit. But he also announced his plans for his next trial.
I went to a tailor in Korea, and we got my customized outfit, and it's gonna be ready by Monday. Let's just say I told the tailor, make it extra pointy. Extra pointy. we got some shit ready for the court. They got mad at me for wearing an oversized suit. Let's see how mad they get this time. What I wear. Let's see.
Where did he keep getting money? Oh my god.
That's all I want to say. That's all I'm gonna say.
People donate to him, yeah, but still.
I went to the tailor and I got that shit extra ready. I got it just like Kanye.
Is it all black or all white?
All black, just like Kanye. Just like Kanye.
Again, I mean, this dude is completely willing to throw away his freedom to entertain the handful of viewers who watch his streams. He's just the prime example of influencer Darwinism. My guess here is he's just realized he's destroyed his life and he wants to make it as entertaining as possible for himself until he inevitably gets thrown into Korean prison. I also forgot to mention that apparently they're not happy with the local news coverage of them, so they wanted to show up to their offices.
BC. The JBC News building is not even open. Who's the news that was talking shit about us?
JTBC.
So you want to go? You down to go to the headquarters?
Yes, and like demand an interview.
What?
That's
Why?
a good content line.
Actually demand an interview.
Me and Hank go to the Korean news channel that has been talking the most shit about us, and we show up to their headquarters live, and on YouTube, live on this channel and Hank's channel, and we tell these we want to interview now.
Why? What would you gain from it? What are you gonna interview about? What, like, he's not thinking.
And we're not leaving till you call the police. Now!
So in case you were wondering why they were mad.
Why would you want them to call the police? Right. Oh my god. I'm telling you, he's just trying to stack as much years as possible so he can just live the rest of his life there.
They covered how he's ran out of money and that Hank is now asking for donations to continue to cover and pay for Johnny. So after the desktop stream, they decided to finally go to that couples massage. But before they got there, Hank had to defend Johnny.
Somebody else! Hi! Chingu!
What the f? Yo!
Why are you antagonizing the dude, bro? What? What is he doing? Like every time. But see, oh my god, I cannot get his mindset. Like,
Hey, wait! No, wait! Why you want to fight, Chingu? Chingu!
After Hank defended Johnny, Johnny canceled the couples massage as he would rather just go and stream. So they parted ways.
I was so like,
We'll get your massage 2 hours. I'll go chill at the house.
Johnny leaves and goes back to the house because, as he states, he can't be outside alone because, you know, the Golden Goblin game is still going on over there.
But that's your fault. You can't be alone because of the consequences
Guys,
of
I
your
can't be out here
actions.
solo unless Gukanto is gonna pull through.
And he's also openly admitted to being scared of walking around by himself out there due to being targeted.
Please don't say OD God. I have a fucking PTSD when you say OD God. Please, I don't want to hear that word. That's OD God is like hearing the N word to me, bro.
That word is what the dude who knocked him out said just before knocking him out, which translates to "where are you going?" But continuing the live stream, Johnny makes a mistake.
Chat, another bottle of wine or what? Chat, another bottle of wine or what? Let me see one's in the chat. One's in the chat, another bottle of wine.
So he buys the bottle of wine, goes back upstairs, and I guess
He paid for it? He has Hank is
even more drunk, and that makes him brave enough to go back outside all by himself.
I hope he gets his ass beat.
Oh my god. Oh, it's the police. I'm gone. It's the police. I'm running from the police. I'm
You
gone.
really running?
It's the police. Oh,
why are you running?
Oh, I'm gone. Someone called the police. Someone called the police.
Someone called the police on you.
I'm closing the door. I'm closing the door on the cops. I'm closing the door on the cops.
Are they chasing him?
Go. Someone call the cops. I swear to God. No. I love the police.
Clearly, he should have been wandering outside. He should have just stayed at home. So he got away from the police.
Okay.
Unsure if that could count as fleeing from the police, considering they actually had their lights on. But then for some reason, he decided to go back downstairs. Because remember, he lets his live stream chat make his life decisions for him.
Oh, that
the
makes
same
sense.
people that want him either arrested or worse.
They have no consequences. It's like he's like an in-person game for them. They just give him $5 and they do what he wants, and he does what they want.
One in the chat go down.
You escape.
One in the chat go down.
It's cute.
Is
I
it
can
not
see the
mine?
bottom parts.
One
Scammer.
in the chat go down.
Scam.
One in the chat go down. One in the chat go down.
One.
Alright, say it.
They're saying one.
I swear they were for me.
You just kept saying one in the chat, and he was gonna do it anyway.
I'm not scared.
Yes, you are, you little
What the fuck
bitch.
they did to me? They harassed me. I don't give a f- what they want.
Imagine saying opening and them just stand up right there.
Oh, they're for me. Oh, they're for me. I'm closing. Oh, no.
Walk it. Walk it.
What you want?
Walk it. Fucking
What do you want?
Fucking Oh my god, you could not make this shit up.
Huh? I'm YouTube live. I'm calm down.
You can tell the police are just so fed up with him at this point because they clearly have to deal with him on the regular. So they just end up telling him to go back home.
Go away from me. Chichu balago. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm scamming. Go
Oh
away.
man, too. Seems like he will fuck you up, man.
Okay.
Like this man has kids, probably a wife. 2 kids, you can see it. This nigga has 2 kids, a wife. He telling he's tired of him.
Go.
He's tired of him. He probably has a kid his age.
Hey, go away. Go, hey. Hey, go. Huh?
So finally, they let him go back into Hank's apartment. So a lot of people are now speculating that Hank called the cops on Johnny when he left the apartment again, telling the cops that, hey, my friend is drunk and needs to go back home again or something. Which
I would respect Hank for that.
honestly isn't unlikely at this point. And we also have a recent clip that came out of Hank promising that he's going to sort out a place for Johnny to live. I'm assuming on either his money or his family's money, because that apartment that both of them are living in is tiny. Johnny's been there for months. I can only imagine how irritating it is to live with Johnny there. And then on top of that, having to be Johnny's sugar dad while you're living in a tiny apartment with him, I can only imagine how frustrating that is. So
I wonder how he even got himself caught up in that situation. What, bro? How do you even get yourself in that
it's
situation?
not super far-fetched that he ended up calling the cops on him. And Johnny hasn't streamed since that night, so who knows?
Nice.
Will he stream before his next court date, or will he just show up to that court date in his pointy black gown as he was promising his chat? But I guess we'll continue to cover this as this train wreck happens, but I also have like 7 other train wrecks to cover this week, so stay tuned for the next video. And also, hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. And also, we've been dropping some new collections over on Matt.City. We just
done, I guess. Alright, guys, that's the end of the video. Yeah, as I said, I've been looking at this fucking trial for a while. Not trial, the dude for a while, because he keeps appearing on my feed, and really, he's so stupid. The chaos, like, I'm pretty sure he's just having a manic episode. He's just addicted to the high, whatever. He's crazy. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, whatever, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in another video. Yeah, I'll do that. Bye.